On my last few videos, I saw several comments asking me to switch the places of trainers Red and Blue. But how would swapping Red and Blue change things? Before we get into that, recently, more people have been donating to my Patreon, and I wanted to thank you all. I understand there are a lot of people who can't donate, so liking and sharing my videos are plenty if you can't donate. Now sign in and get ready to comment below as we explore what would happen if Red and Blue had swapped places in Generation 1. Trainers Red and Blue are iconic. They are the first protagonists to the series of Pokemon and kicked off the tradition of having a rival. Both trainers have appeared in several games and play a huge role in shaping the events of Kanto's Generation 1. But what would have happened if the trainers would have swapped? Instantly, people are probably saying, but Bruno, it'd been exactly the same. And yes, maybe it would have, because swapping the same exact characters often result in the same exact end. But things would still play out just a little bit differently. Like looking in a mirror, everything's the same, just reversed a little. How would the world change from Blue's cocky persona versus Red's solidarity? To begin, Oak would be seeking Blue out because of his social skills and abilities with Pokemon. Red was too quiet, which would prompt Professor Oak to be worried about this and approach Blue to complete the Pokedex, as his own grandson, Red, was not social enough to do the job. He would use Red as a backup though, just in case Blue did fail. Continuing on his quest to capture them all, Blue would begin close to Pallet Town, approaching the Elite Four gate, but being told to collect all the gym badges first. Blue would demand to be let through, saying, "I am the Great Blue. I can defeat any trainer." But the guards would keep the door shut and remind him to get the gym badges first. Blue would return to town, running into Red again, spiting him and reaffirming himself as a better trainer. As Blue cleared each gym, he would encounter Red several more times, each time to be met with silence. It would bother Blue, anger him that the great Red Oak was so silent. Blue would encounter Team Rocket in a tower dedicated to fallen Pokemon, and once again, Red. Sharpening his skills by battling Red, he would remind himself that Professor Oak approached him, that he, Blue, was going to be the better trainer. Freeing the tower of Team Rocket, Blue would again encounter them in Silphco, and again battle Red one more time, encountering the crime boss behind it all as well. After defeating Giovanni, being proclaimed a hero, Blue would gloat and laugh over his superior skills as a trainer, taking the Master Ball from Silphco. Trainer Blue would finish up getting all his badges and end Giovanni's Team Rocket. After the battle with Giovanni, Blue would laugh at how easily he beat Giovanni. He swept the most powerful gym leader's Pokemon, and in fact he had swept almost every gym. He mocked Giovanni and said, "Old man, you are done. When I defeat the Elite Four, I will return here and take your position, and I will show you what it is to be a real gym leader." As he left for the Elite Four, he would encounter Red one more time, and still, after everything they both went through, silence. Why won't you say anything? Defeat after defeat, you remained quiet. Another battle with the same result. Blue, the flawless trainer. It was on to the big leagues now though, and Blue was at the Elite Four. He had finally done this. These were the most powerful trainers in the region, right? Battle after battle, Blue destroyed the Elite Four trainers without even stopping to heal his Pokemon. It was clear they were no match for him. But what Agatha said to him, she was explaining how another trainer had come through, and through friendship with his Pokemon, he had already overcome the Elite Four. Friendship, he thought. From the Silent Wonder? What a joke. Disappointed, Blue faced off with Lance, and after defeating him, he sat down and waited. Waited for his rival. Waited for a trainer to be strong enough to actually challenge him. Red was gone. Red had beaten the same trainers Blue had before him. As he sat there holding his Pokeball, waiting, he thought, the Elite Four were weak. Did Red weaken them for me? Red finally returned to the champion's chambers, greeted by a waiting Blue. Blue spoke to Red, saying,
"Now, I stand right here at the top of the Pokemon League. And do you know what that means, Red? No, what? I'll tell you. It means that I am the most powerful trainer in the world!"
The words that came out of his mouth, he was telling the truth. Blue was one of the most powerful trainers now. After a lengthy battle, Red defeated Blue. Blue's world was destroyed. He couldn't believe it. He didn't understand. How could some kid who was too quiet for his own good beat him? Oak's words echoed back. Pokemon are not tools of war. They are not just for becoming stronger, and they are your friends. Red's Pokemon were clearly stronger. He knew his time was done. After collecting 149 Pokemon, becoming champion, it was all over. And he remembered back to what he had told Giovanni, the 8th gym leader. He thought, yeah, it's time for a change. And there he would remain until years later, when Red would return to tell him about a huge tournament happening in a place called the Unova region. So ladies and gentlemen, did you enjoy this Pokemon What If? Did you think it should have played out differently? Let me know your comments below. Like and share my videos where you can. I've been your host, Proto Mario, and I'm signing out. As always, good gaming and God bless. Thanks for watching.